Hello, welcome. This is part 2 in our series of videos on Boachsoft LowRider 2016. Today, our focus is going to be on creating work orders. Now, let's get our software up and running. We click continue now. Then we select use the demonstration database. We leave the password field blank and we click login. So now Boachsoft LowRider 2016 is up and running. There are 3 tabs. We have the main tab, reports, and work orders. Now, what is a work order? That is the first question we will be answering. A work order is nothing but an order received by an organization from a customer or a client, or an order created internally within the organization. A work order may be for products or services. In repair shops, it is for a service. A work order states the parts or materials to be used or actually consumed in providing the service, in this case a repair. It also states the labor performed and other miscellaneous charges like machines used. These aren't stated without the corresponding charges. Boachsoft LowRider 2016 has all you need to create and track work orders for your repair shops. So this is the work order screen. Okay, now you have a list of work orders listed in descending order. This is the work order number. This is the status. Now with status, well, as you can see, this is completed, this is in progress. Okay, so a work order could be in progress. You could be waiting for parts, waiting for labor, completed, or voided. Now, below in the bottom panel, you have the buttons. Okay, so this is the new work order button. This is the edit work order button. Use this void work order button to void your work orders. You click complete work order to complete a work order. You can always use the print work order button to print any work order. Okay, to quickly locate a work order, we use find work orders. Okay, now we begin by setting up our system. Okay, we go file, options. Now taxes. Okay, there are 2 tax rates. This is you enter the amount in the boxes, text boxes to the right. Okay, edit boxes to the right. Then the names of the taxes. Okay, here we call this one tax 1. Okay, you could call it state or tax 1. Then here we select the business type. Vehicles, boats, ships, computers, airplanes. Here we're going to use it for vehicles. When you're done, click OK. If you're not going to use it for the items listed below, you can type it into the field. Okay. Now when you're done, click OK. Now we start creating our work order by clicking the new work order button. This brings up the work order window, which says the work order number, the status. Okay. Now we begin by selecting the customer. You can enter the customer's ID number, or you could barcode scan or scan the barcode of the customer's ID into this field. You could also search. Now there are 3 query boxes to help you quickly locate any customer's record. When you're done, you click OK. Okay, now you're selecting the customer. Okay, selected the customer. Now, each work order can have multiple tasks, but each work order must be assigned to a single item. A customer may have multiple vehicles. If the customer brings multiple vehicles to your outlet, you've got to create a work order for each vehicle. Okay, now in this case we're using it for vehicles, so we select vehicles and then we select the customer's vehicle. Now, customer's description of the problem, well, the alternator seems to be malfunctioning. Okay, we click next. Now, this brings up the main screen. Okay, the work order screen has 5 tabs: customer and item number, parts used, labor used, miscellaneous costs, payments. Okay, now we click OK and it says in progress. Well, we're working on the vehicle. Now, to edit a work order, we click edit work order. Now we're going to enter the parts, right? To add parts, we click add. So for this work order, parts, well, list the parts used in solving the customer's problem. Okay, so or in repairing the customer's vehicle. Now you could enter a new item, or you could select from the database or your inventory. Okay, now whenever you enter a new item, it is automatically added to the database. This way you wouldn't have to re-enter the product details next time you have to add the same item. So we click select parts. We can scan the barcode of the item, enter the item ID, or we can search. Okay, so we quickly select one. Yeah, now it's available. Okay, when the item is available, it says inventory added. When it's out of stock, it says inventory waiting. We can add details. When we're done, we click OK. Now, this was the last item. Okay, this was the last part. So the software is prompting us. It's asking us whether we want to create a purchase order because the parts have the quantity is now below the minimum we set. Okay, now we're not going to create a purchase order here, so we click cancel. It asks us whether we want to add another part. It says no. We are going to say no. Okay, so now you see here the part that we entered, the unit price, the total. We could click add to increase it. Okay, now here it says labor used. Now this is labor used. Okay, so we have hours, description, rate, total cost, technician, tech ID, status. Okay, here we enter information about the task to be performed, the person to perform it, the number of hours used, consumed in performing the particular labor. So we click add, we select a technician, we can enter the ID or we set so we decide to search. Okay, so we click. Now we have the name of our technician. Then we select the labor. Okay, you can create new ones. Now each labor has rate and hours, so we click select. Then we click OK. Now we can edit it when we're done. I mean the time, so we could edit the time. If we spend more time repairing or performing the same task, we can alter it here. Now they're not going to have any miscellaneous costs. So miscellaneous costs can be used for such as machine rentals or other costs. Yeah, there's the item description, there's the cost, then we have the notes. Then there's the payments. Here we enter payment information. Now the customer has an account on balance. If we want to deduct from the customer's account, we click deduct from customer's account. We are not deducting. The customer is paying $600, so we enter it here. Okay. So now we owe the customer $20.91, 20.91. Okay, because it's negative. Now to complete the work order, we click complete work order to complete it. Are you sure you want to complete it? Yes. Now change has to be paid out because it's negative. Okay, so we're gonna place it on the customer's. We're gonna credit the customer's account. So we click yes to credit it. Now that's it. It's as simple as that. That is how to create a work order. We use the find to find a work order. Okay. Now that is all about work orders. To find out now more program information, this is Boachsoft. To visit the founder's blog, we click visit the founder's blog. So now we have the founder's blog and the latest tweets, social media on Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, or email. Okay, and then the latest tweets. You can share this on Twitter. Now, documentation. To launch documentation, go to help. Then click contents to launch the documentation for the software. Now this brings us to the documentation. This is the documentation. Okay. Now, Boachsoft has a YouTube channel. To go to the YouTube channel, we click Boachsoft YouTube channel. So here are playlists, and this is the playlist for Boachsoft LowRider 2016. This is the first video, Boachsoft LowRider 2016. Okay, now we go back, and then we click contact. So to contact Boachsoft, Twitter, and that's about Boachsoft. Now that brings us to the end of part 2 in our series of videos on how to use Boachsoft LowRider 2016. Today our focus was on creating work orders. Creating a work order. Okay. From the main screen, you can also launch documentation by clicking this. Thank you. Have a great day. And bye-bye.